Change is nothing new, but the speed of change is. If you think now's fast, buckle your seats, because it's the slowest it's ever going to be going forward. 2002 Winter Olympics, Stephen Bradbury famously became known around the world as the last man standing. He went into this race knowing that the opportunity to win was going to happen in the turns. It's the single best time to actually get ahead and seize the opportunity.
Often in the turns is a bit of a crisis. So I'm a great fan of not wasting a good crisis. What do we get out of this for our people, for our customers, for our clients?
Take calculated risks and don't be afraid to fail, but learn from your mistakes. Challenge the status quo, and if it leads you on a change agenda, just constantly take stock of where you're going and make sure the path is still relevant. The problem is, what I found in my experience is there's a strategy on a page and everyone follows it, and the world's moved on. Got to evolve it and be prepared to adapt it.
On flawless execution, not everything needs to be perfect, and I think you have to execute really well with velocity and agility, because we want to help our clients, we want to help ourselves move forward.
We're in it together, don't waste a good crisis, open the communication, get the stuff you need in quickly. That momentum builds resilience as well, right? Then you've got to work out when to get out of that crisis mode, because that hyper work, you can't stay on resilience the whole time. You've got to repair. Where do we show we care for our clients and our employees? And that is in knowledge sharing and networks and flexible working and tag teaming people, a bit like a cycling race. So we're moving hard on this. We're going to have 4 of you in this group, and then you cycle off after 2 weeks, and then the next group comes in.
In high-performance psychology, we know that recovery is as important as performance. You can't perform unless you have time for recovery, but in the business world, we seem to just think we can run forever and not ever pull up stumps. And it's a real challenge to build that recovery piece in there and not see it as a negative, but actually a pathway to progress. This idea of finding new growth, some interesting research. Growth, or simple growth as it's described here, is the thing. It's the focus for all CEOs, the concern that they have.
I often see CEOs, exception of the panel obviously, that just look for growth at any cost, or just keep looking ahead and don't realise around the culture and the impact or sustainable growth.
Is the culture that you're building, is that really going to sustain whatever it is you're trying to achieve? If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, bring others with you.
Within any industry, it's about being the best company you can be, and not necessarily be sidetracked with what's going on in the industry.
In the Moir Group presentation today on growth, I'm going to take a couple of things back to my workplace. The first one is progress over perfection. The other really important thing I'm going to take away is not to use the same people all the time on the same projects. We will burn ourselves out, and we need to take time to reset.